What's going on, everyone? This is Japad here, and I made an oopsies. I didn't realize that my mic wasn't set or was set. It's kind of weird. It didn't work in the beginning half of the video, but 19 minutes in, it did start working. So I'm only going to go over the first 19 minutes of the video, and then the last half you can hear me and my explanation of the deck. But basically today we're playing the Bloodmoon Ursaluna, Baby Bloodmoon Ursaluna. Very good card. One of my favorite one-prizers right now during the current meta. It's a big, beefy, basic Pokemon, 150 HP, good typing and fighting type. It has a great ability, which as you can see there, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may attach up to 2 basic energy cards from your hand to this Pokemon. That is a really great acceleration ability for this card. As you can see, the only downside of this card really is its attack cost and its retreat cost. But really, the attack cost doesn't come in as an issue. As you can see, if you have it in your hand and you put it on your bench and you happen to have 2 energies in your hand that are basic fighting, you can attach those to the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. And then all you need to do is attach 1 more energy manually. You're set. So, and the attack itself is a great attack. As you can see, Mad Bite does 100 damage base, but the effect of the attack is this attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So if your opponent's active Pokemon has already, let's say, 30 damage on there, that's 30 damage, that's 10 damage, that's 10 damage counters each, right? Because it goes by 10. So if this attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter already, if your opponent has, let's say, 30, that's 30, 60, 90. That's 90 damage plus 100 damage. And that's just if they have 30 damage on them. There are instances if you're going in and your opponent's Pokemon has like 60 damage, you're hitting big numbers. And the one way that we go ahead and start spreading those numbers around is with the Stadium Risky Ruins. Now this stadium is great because it goes ahead and it puts basic dark Pokemon, or it puts any Pokemon that isn't a basic dark Pokemon, makes them have 2 damage counters. And as you can see, we have the Munkidori and the Bloodmoon, so you kind of see where this is going here. You have the Risky Ruins, which helps you when you put a basic non-dark Pokemon into play onto your bench. It gives them 2 damage counters. Munkidori can use that effect to then go ahead and spread that damage at will to other Pokemon on your opponent's side of the field, which is why Risky Ruins is a great addition to this card. It helps put damage on the board. Munkidori with his Adrenaline ability right there, as long as it has a dark energy attached to it, you can move energy around, or you can move damage counters on your side of the field to your opponent's side of the field. Which, honestly, this card is absolutely broken. And, it is run in like almost 90% of the decks out there. So, yep, you can see the combo that we have going on. The Risky Ruins, you set up your Pokemon, put them down, Munkidori spreads that damage that you have to your opponent's active Pokemon, and then Bloodmoon Ursaluna just goes and takes a Mad Bite out of the already said damaged Pokemon. The damage that you can output with this deck is insane, and it's just a really fun combo to get in, As long as you run the Stadium Wars and you have your board set up correctly, then this deck can just devour Megas and 2 prizers like it's nobody's business. We also are running Counter Gain, Bravery Charm. I decided to run 2 Premium Power Pros just because you don't really need it. I mean, Ursaluna's already hitting like a truck as it is. So I figured, if we're adding one, we're just adding one just because it fits the theme of the deck, and maybe adding 1 or 2. But yeah, we have the Bravery Charm, the Counter Gain, the Fighting Gong, which is a brand new addition and helps a lot of fighting ground decks out. We have the Luxury Cape, Arven, Petrel, Boss, a couple Nest Balls, Retrieval, Super Rod, 1 Counter Catcher, 1 Night Stretcher, 3 Ionos. We have 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffins for the Dunsparce, because that is our draw engine. So whenever we do Dunsparce, we go back, we Buddy-Buddy Poffin for the Dunsparce, keep that engine going. You know how it goes. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, as you see right there in the video. The Ursaluna with its Battle Hardened ability. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else that we can probably do or tweak and possibly making this better. I would definitely love your guys' opinions on what we can do to potentially make it better, or what's your variation on what you like running. Like, how do you run this deck if you were to play it? Or if you haven't played it, maybe give it a try, because, I mean, I'm saying it's a lot of fun once you get going, and the damage output that you can do is through the roof. So with that being said, you know, we have all of this laid out. We have I decided to go with the Hyper Aroma just because of the Dudunsparce. Potentially being a +9 card, draw 9. I just like Hyper Aroma with Dunsparce. I just love the Dudunsparce engine. I don't know what it is with that engine. I just love it. For energy counts, we have the 2 Dark for the Munkidori, 1 Jet Energy for Pivot, because we don't run any Pivot cards. We don't have any Surfers. We don't have any Switches. So we kind of depend on just 1 Jet Energy for the Pivot. And we have 7 basic Fighting Energy. So that's pretty much it. So we'll take it to the first game from here. So as we can see here, we are starting off. Our opponent gets the coin flip. I'm a little parched. So we decide to go second. I feel like with this deck, after playing it a couple times, that you definitely want to go second with this deck. Mostly being because with Ursaluna having that ability where it can accelerate itself with 2 energies, if you happen to have in your opening hand going second, the Ursaluna with 2 energies on it, and you have a third in your hand that you can attach manually, chances are that, you know, you're gonna, that right there puts you on the forend going forward, like, I want to say ahead of the game, like pace-wise. Mostly because that Mad Bite damage, yes, if they don't have damage counters on it, it's only 100 damage, which isn't really saying much. But that just sets up for the next Ursaluna that will come in, right? Because that's 100 damage plus, you know, it's 100 damage, that's 30 damage for each damage counter. So that's 10 damage counters on there for 30. So, and then plus it's just absurd numbers. I mean, literally, you're setting yourself up to guarantee a knockout on the next turn if they don't pivot that card with the 100 damage counters on it. So it really pushes pressure on them, and I feel like going second with this deck is definitely the way to go. It has everything it needs to put the foot on the gas pedal and just keep going forward, going second. You got the acceleration, you got the attack. I mean, that's pretty much it. So we open with the Bloodmoon though, which kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie, because then we don't get the effect of the ability. Because we opened with it, we didn't have it in our hand to put on the bench, so we don't get the energy acceleration as one would have hoped. But that's okay. I mean, looking at it here, looking at our opponent's board, he has a Wiglet going into a Wug Trio, so automatically we could assume Mill, right? Which is why you see Squawkabilly in my hand. I don't play the Squawk, because that's for Mill, and there it is. For Mill wants 2 things. Mill wants you to have a bench full, because that gives them easier gust options to lock them in, to lock your Pokemon in the active spot that you don't want to. And 2, they want you to play cards because they want to mill you of your resources, i.e. your deck. My deck right now is 42 cards. His whole purpose and his condition of winning is to mill me from 42 cards to 0 cards. He's not looking to take his 6 prizes. He's just looking to mill me out, so that way I lose my deck out. which if you are ever faced in a scenario where you are going against it, that's kind of unfortunate. He got an 0-3 right off the rip. But if you are ever going against Mill, just know doing nothing puts you ahead of the game, very much so, as long as you are doing what you need to do on your board or field to set up your win condition properly. Now what I mean by is, you saw how I had the Squawkabilly. Knowing that I saw the Wiglet on the field of play, most likely he's going with Trio. I'm not going to play the Squawk because it's 5 more cards from my deck that would have gone out that he would have milled. And that helps him out in the long run. And then as you can see, too, we had the Dunsparce in our hand, and we had a Buddy-Buddy Poffin to open up the game. So right off the bat, all we needed was a Dunsparce. Let it be there, and then we have our draw engine on our next turn. So we don't really want to help him in having me mill our deck more than we have to. So when you go against a mill, the hard thing about mill that people, I believe, find hard is knowing what card to use in a scenario, because you don't want, again, to give your opponent too much by you milking your resources in your deck, which helps them out, and they get to do it even more on their turn. So you kind of want to plan accordingly and make sure, like in this scenario, like I mentioned, a mill, what he's thinking is he wants me to fill my bench, and so that way he has something to gust up and replace the Ursaluna and lock me in there. So that way he can drain me of my resources. But because I have either nothing on my bench, or the Pokemon I have on my bench has a free retreat cost, that limits his option severely, because then I can go back into my Ursaluna and keep attacking. Like I mentioned, he's not looking to get 6 prizes to win, he's looking to mill me of my resources. Whereas I'm looking to just take my 6 prizes and win that way. So the race is, who gets there first? Does he mill me of my deck of 0 cards, or do I take my 6 prizes first? Right now, in this moment, my foot is, I am way ahead of the race. Only because, again, we're not playing anything. We're getting the cards that we need, and need only. We're not looking for anything extra. We're just getting our 3 energy, and we're attacking. And at this point, this is pretty much, honestly, checkmate. Just because he has no other Pokemon to gust up on my bench, and the only one he does have to gust up on as an option has a free retreat cost, and if he does happen to gust it up, which it's a free retreat cost, and the stadium he has in play makes it a 1 retreat cost. So even if he did gust it up, I do have 1 energy in hand I could sacrifice for the Dunsparce and gusting it and retreating it, or I can try to dig and try to get the Dunsparce and drawing 3 cards and shuffling it back into the deck, and then using Bloodmoon Ursaluna then. Because right now it's pretty much checkmate. I'm swinging for 100. He doesn't have anything that's more than 100 HP that can take a hit, and as long as, if he's not hitting heads 3 times in a row, then there's pretty much nothing that he can do at this point. We're just going to keep swinging. Yep, we draw. No problem. Keep swinging, and it's pretty much GG. Right? He's nothing he can gust up. He has a 3-card hand. There's not really much he can do to keep up with my pace. I have 3 energies on Ursaluna, and there's no way he can interrupt me from my position and just keep attacking. Why he put the Budu down, I'm not entirely sure. But he did it anyways. I know he doesn't know that I have a Munkidori just because I never showed it or played it. But even so, even if I didn't have the Munkidori, it doesn't really matter at this point. It's pretty much a GG's. We're not playing anything. As you can see, we got another Munkidori out there. And yeah, poor little Budu getting squashed on like a little, what is she, a Brussels Sprout getting squashed on and done for. So we'll take that prize there. And then he sets up the Wiglet. So yeah, my opponent right now is, unless he has the Dunsparces, yeah, it's pretty much a GG. So he knows it, we all know it. Good games, Bloodmoon Ursaluna. I'm telling you, it's a fun deck, especially once you get it going. It's just a real blast. Well, like I said, one of my favorite single prize decks. Big beefy tank, big damage, easy to set up. Its only downfall is just its retreat cost, really, being a four retreat cost. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty much get up and go. So here we're going against Iron Hands, which later becomes a Future Box deck. So this is Future Box with Miraidon. I haven't seen this in a while. Future Box is something I wish Future and Ancient Pokemon probably got maybe one more help. You know, one more. Just give us one more set of cards for Future and Ancient. I know we're moving into the Megas, and we're not really dealing with Future and Ancient Pokemon of Scarlet and Violet anymore. We're kind of gone into the Mega scene now. So, but yeah, just give us one more cards, you know. Maybe I'm reaching too much, but anyways, we got the game going. We squawk and seize just because we're not going against Mill this time. And we nest for the Munkidori. We're getting our board state ready, and we are good to go. We got the Risky Ruins good. We save our Nest Ball and our energy because we can't Nest Ball for Ursaluna because that negates his ability. So we definitely don't want to do that. And from right here, we're pretty sure I'm just thinking about my next turn moving forward. And yeah. So he Arvens, which I'm assuming he is Arvening for 2 item cards. The Techno Radar, which helps him search out 2 basic cards, and then he's getting the Pivot item card, which is the something capsule? I don't remember. But it essentially gives future Pokemon amped up damage and free retreat cost. But this is where the audio kicks in, so I definitely want to thank everyone for tuning in and whoever has subscribed, and if you thoroughly enjoy my videos and the shorts, I greatly do appreciate it. And if you guys definitely like content like this where I play the TCG and possibly like matches, like battles on Pokemon, definitely let me know in the comments below. But again, very much thank you guys. I hope you have great rest of your week and upcoming weekend. GG's, WP's, peace. Oh, we got it. Wow. Huge. Because then we can do this. Right? And then... yeah, because we don't hit him immediately, but we do hit him now. If we keep going at this pace, I'm kind of hoping he knocks me out, because then I can possibly dust up their Iron Hands. Or is he going to bring him up? Oh, he's going to bring him up. Okay. But I'm taking 2 as well. Okay. No, we want the Gong. Okay, this gets us Ursaluna, this gets us 2 energy, and then we Arven for an energy retrieval if it's in there. For the third one, right? Yeah. Get rid of the Iono Vengeful Punch. Get that. Do we have? Yes, we do. Okay. So then before we put him down, we definitely want to... Let's see if we can draw into it. Fezandipiti? No, let's get this. Fez. Let's see if we can pull it off the Fez. Oh, we almost can. Let's see if we can pull it off. Oh, might as well. Toss the energy or the... So I have a feeling he's probably going to go into one of these. I think at this point we are safe to put down on pace. Give the big boy 250 HP and then smack him for 320. Now, whatever he's gonna bring, he's gonna bring Baridon and he's gonna hit the Ursaluna and charge up the whichever one. If he doesn't have Iono, I think we may have him here.
to charge up the Tyranitar. Okay, so he bossed that up. I still think we may have him. I'm not too worried. I'm not going to put anything down. And if he does try, I'm just going to charm him up just in case. He doesn't have energy on anything else. I mean, I could boss to get for the 2 prize, but he needs 3 energy to put it, and he hasn't a way to accelerate. So we'll just go. Because we hit him for weakness, so I'm not really too worried about that. Let's just draw just in case. Just in case we need anything. Super loud. Just so I don't see him accelerating. Yeah, and he played research, so he can't adjust me. He can't boss. I think his play was trying to beef up his attackers one last time. I think he got too greedy going for the Squawkabilly, and hitting him, trying to take 2 prizes, because now, what does he do? He can't disrupt my hand. He has no way of accelerating energy. Yeah, that's game. And that is game. We gust, big boy here, and we hit for, yep. I mean, he had nothing he can do. That was game. It's good to see a future box deck, though. But, yeah, if you guys like the matches, I definitely recommend trying out Bloodmoon Ursaluna. Like I said, really fun deck. You can, as you can see from what we did, really easy way to accelerate itself, right? Can definitely do so in 1 turn, then just start hitting. And even if you can't spread the damage, as long as you hit once, right? Then the next hit, if your Ursaluna gets knocked down, you're coming in with a new one, and you accelerate it, it's doing massive damage. Because remember, you already have 100 damage, 30 damage per damage. Too much maths for one to think. But yeah, if you guys like the video, give a thumbs up, like, and comment. Let me know what you guys think. And, you know, let's try to perfect the deck. Is there anything that you guys see, again, that we could have probably, maybe possibly replaced, taken out, added in, maybe decrease an energy or 2? Let me know. But if you guys like, tune in for, you know, future episodes. And until next time, guys, GG's, WP's, peace.